I grew up, born and raised, in a religion that claimed to be Christian, but really fell outside of what the Bible teaches about Jesus. There's a certain set of glasses, is the way I look at it, that I was given as a child, grew up seeing the world that one way, that this is who God is and this is how you come to know Him. And I eventually came to find, wait a second, these things that you're telling me about God is very different about how I feel in my heart God really is. And I had to make a conscious decision to take these glasses off and say it's not about the rules. It's not about the rituals or the ordinances or the laws or the religion that I've been pursuing. I want to pursue God. So I started listening to praise and worship music because it was natural. At that point, I was around it all the time. Like, it was in my workplace, it was with my friends, it was in their cars, it was in the work vehicles that I drove. So I just started listening to it in my own time. I found that in praise and worship, Jesus is just spoken about in a way different way than I was taught to regard Christ. And at first it made me super uncomfortable. I didn't understand it. And then as I started listening to it more, I could feel it grow in my heart that this is who Jesus is. And this is a totally different kind of love. And this music, for a time, I remember saying to my husband, I said, I have to stop listening to this. It's bad for me because it's making me question what I've been taught my whole life. Where I work, my boss is a very faith-filled man, and he would get up at every meeting and just share his heart in the way that played out in his business. And it was always biblical, even though he didn't present it that way. He was teaching me the gospel and about Jesus in a way that made sense to me because I cared about it. I cared about our business, I cared about what we did, the people that we served, and he put that in the perspective of the Bible. So the more that I was around these people and was around my boss and the things that he taught me, the more I realized, okay, there's a lot more to this than I thought. There's a lot more to Jesus than I originally knew or I ever understood, that it could actually play a part in everything that I did. So, and I learned through this study that, we are saved by grace through faith, not works. That is a gift from God. And it's not me and who I am or what I do for God that saves me, but it's who He is and what He has done for me that saves me. I work with several people that go to First West, and I knew that. I knew where they went to church, and I knew that I went somewhere else, and it was what it was. I went to, I call her Miss Elizabeth Cobb, and I sat down with her and said, this is how I feel in my heart. This is where I am with my faith. I felt broken, and I don't know what else to do. And so I asked her completely point blank, can I go to church with you? I don't really know where you go to church, but I see the life that you live, and I know who goes to church with you, and I see the life that they live, and I need that. So that's how we got started at First West. Came for our first Sunday, and really when I came, I was just looking for that feeling I got when I listened to worship music. I was listening for anything that would kind of calm my heart, knowing that I was leaving something that was so near and dear to my family, and that I was gonna have to step away from it and really hurt them. So when I came to church on Sunday, I truly, from the time it started, was in complete tears the whole service, because it was nothing I had ever had before. I had never worshiped Jesus before. I had never known what it felt like to feel close to God during worship, and it was everything I had asked the Lord for. So for me, when I hear Pastor Michael say, see to it, I'm thinking of, I have felt these chains break. And to me, that's what it means to see to it. I have felt the chains break, and I just want other people to feel that freedom, that knowledge of a God who really does love you and doesn't walk away when things get hard or when you are making bad choices. Whatever it is, He's still right there. That to me is what it means to see to it.